Hey, welcome back to Legal Clarity. I'm your host. Over the last few weeks, we've covered what adverse possession is, how long it takes by state, and why it's one of the biggest hidden threats to property owners. Today, we're covering the most important part, exactly how to stop it. 5 legal steps that permanently protect your land from any adverse possession claim. Let's get into it. We have covered what adverse possession is. We have covered how fast the clock runs in your state. Now let's talk about how to stop it completely, permanently, with 5 legal steps that any property owner can take starting today. Because here is the truth. Adverse possession is entirely preventable. Every single case of a neighbor successfully claiming someone's land comes down to one thing. The original owner did not take these steps in time. Step 1. Get a professional property survey. This is the foundation of all property protection. A licensed surveyor will physically mark your exact property boundaries with stakes or pins. This gives you a legal, documented record of exactly where your land begins and ends. Without this, you cannot prove encroachment in court. The cost ranges from a few hundred to a few $1,000s, depending on your property size. It is the single most important investment a property owner can make. If you have never had your property surveyed, stop what you are doing and schedule one this week. Step 2. Post your property with no trespassing signs. This sounds simple, but it is legally powerful. Posted signs establish that any use of your property is not permitted by you, which directly attacks the hostile element required for adverse possession. In most states, clearly posted no trespassing signs interrupt the continuous and hostile use requirements. Place them at every entry point, along shared boundaries, and at regular intervals along your property line. Document the placement with photos and dates. Step 3. Send a written notice the moment you see any encroachment. If a neighbor builds a fence, plants a garden, parks vehicles, or uses any part of your land without permission, send a written notice immediately. Certified mail. Keep a copy. This single document can reset or stop the adverse possession clock in most states. It proves you were aware of the encroachment and objected to it, destroying the open and continuous elements of an adverse possession claim. Step 4. Grant written permission for any use you approve. This is the most overlooked protection strategy. If you are fine with a neighbor using part of your land, let them use it, but document it in writing as a license or permission agreement. A simple written permission letter that you both sign destroys the hostile element permanently. With your written permission, their use can never become adverse possession, no matter how long it continues. And you can revoke the permission in writing at any time. Step 5. Record a notice of ownership with your county. In many states, you can file a document with your county recorder's office that formally asserts your ownership of a specific boundary or disputed area. This creates a public record of your ownership claim that makes any future adverse possession filing significantly more difficult. Ask a real estate attorney about this option, particularly if you have a vacation property or inherited land you don't visit regularly. Here is the bottom line. Adverse possession requires 5 things: open use, continuous use, hostile use, exclusive use, and time. Every one of these 5 steps attacks at least one of those requirements. A survey documents your boundaries. Signs establish hostility. Written notices interrupt continuity. Permission agreements eliminate hostility. And recorded ownership notices create a public legal record. Use all 5, and no adverse possession claim can succeed against your property. Start today. And that's it. 5 steps, all of them legal, all of them available to any property owner starting today. A survey, posted signs, written notices, permission agreements, and a recorded ownership notice. Use all 5 and no adverse possession claim can ever succeed against your property. Share this with every property owner you know. This is information that protects real people from real losses. Subscribe so you don't miss next week. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.